Good morning, students. Today we are going to study the second chapter, that is the living world. Now look at the picture given below. Now say whether they are living or non-living things. So I want you to make the two column of living and non-living things. In this picture, you can see there is a living as well as non-living things. Now what are the things which you can say it is living? Yes, the girl who is reading the book, boy who is flying the kite, then puppy is there, hen is there. So these are comes under living things. So you put this in the list of living things. And what are the non-living things in this picture? Yes, house is there, ball is there, kite, different fans are there. So this all comes under non-living things. So you can put in the list of non-living one. So in this chapter we are going to study a different distinguishing features of living as well as non-living things. So we are going to study these features in this chapter. Now students, we are going to study what is the characteristics of living things. Now there are many kinds of plants and animals around us, right? They show some similarities as well as differences among them, right? Plants and animals, they show some little differences and also they show similarities. With the help of certain features, we can tell that they are living things. But these features are not seen in non-living things. We cannot see all these features in living non-living things. So such features are said to be the characteristics of living things. Now look at the picture given below. Now in the first picture, can you see a baby is there? Yes, the baby then grows. In the second picture, it has been grown into a adult person. And in the third picture, they becomes a man or a woman. And in the last picture, they becomes a adult one. Also you can see in the first picture, there is a small puppy. In the second picture, it has grown little. And in the third picture, it becomes a dog. And in the last picture, it is not there. It has been come to an end, means it is died. Now in the first picture also you can see behind the baby there is a small sapling plant. In the second picture, this sapling plant grows into a plant. And in the third picture, it becomes a tree. And in the last picture, it becomes strong, tall and little heavier. So these all features we can see in this picture. A baby grows up to into an adult person or into a woman or man. Now during this period of its growth, it is because of the baby gains in height, weight and strength, right? So in the same manner, we can say that animals also grow into adults in a certain period. So generally humans require 18 to 20 years for this growth. So you understood how the growth process has been taken place. Now student, find out how long it takes for the young ones of hens to grow into an adult. Now you have seen hen gives an egg and it gives birth to a chicken. So you just find out how long does it takes to grow into an adult one. Also you find out how long it takes for the young ones of cows to grow into an adult one. Cow gives birth to calf. Now how long does calf takes to grow into a adults, that you have to find out. You can compare. Also you can find out how long it takes for the young ones of dogs to grow into adults. Dog gives birth to whom? To puppies. Now how long does it takes to grow into an adult, that you can find out. So you can compare all these animals. You can also take an example of cat also. Even you can take the example of rabbit. So this all you can take an example and just find out how long does it takes to grow into an adult one. Now student, we will do this activity. Now try this activity. You take a small sapling of plant in a pot and you just attach the thread on the tip of the plant to the wall of the to the wall. Okay, so now keep it as it is for 15 days. Now after 15 days, what you will see that in the before 15 days, the thread was stretched straight, right? The thread was straight in the first picture, but after the 15 days, what you are going to see that the thread has become loose. Why does it happens? Because in all plants it is mainly the width and height of the stem that grows, because the plant has been grown up in what you can see, it has been grown in width and height of the stem. But some of the plant grows through branches. Many of the plant grows through branches. The branches have been grown up. You can take the example of creepers. So these all every different plants has different way to grow up, and some do not grows through branches. So you can study how different you can take different types of plants and study how they grows. Okay, students, now see this picture. In the set of picture, in the first picture, what you can see, there is a small sapling of plant, right? In the second picture, you can see this plant has been grown up, and in the third picture, what you can see, there is a large tree. It becomes a large tree in this picture. So all living things grow, animals also grow, only for a certain period. Now plants on the other hand grows as long as they live, right? Plant is growing every day. At the last it also stops. The growth of living things occurs from within the body only, which means that growth occurs in all parts of the body, right? So you can see in the first picture only a small sapling of plant is there. In the second, it has been grown through branches, then from height also, and at the last it has been become a large, tall and strong tree. So this all being taken place through the body itself. So you can say the growth is occurring through the body only. Now you can compare the trees. Now can you see, there is a tree of mango, banyan tree and peepal tree. So what are the differences here? It has been grown through sidewise, and means the branches are grown a very larger. So it has been grown so tall as well as from width also, from height also, right? So mango, banyan and peepal tree is being growing through height also and through width also. But in the picture of bamboo, coconut and toddy palms, can you see the tree is growing straight, not the branches are growing a larger. So these are some similarities is there. Also there is a differences. Every plant is growing different. Now we are going to study how food is necessary for growth. Obviously we people need food to grow up, so plant also need food to grow up. Now how does it takes place? Plants make their own food in sunlight. We have studied in our lower standard. Plant produce food from water, nutrients what is present in the soil and the carbon dioxide present in the air. So how does the plant make their food? With the help of sunlight and with the help of water which we are putting in the plant, and whatever the nutrients is present in the soil, with the help of that plant is making their own food. Now where does this process takes place? Yes, this process takes place in the leaves of plant. It is brought about in the presence of sunlight and with the help of chlorophyll in the leaves. This plant is having chlorophyll, and the sunlight which is coming, it directly goes to the chlorophyll and it makes their own food. And this process of food production is called what? Photosynthesis. Now during this process, plants plant gives out oxygen. Plant is giving oxygen and taking what? Carbon dioxide from the air. So plant appear mainly green in color due to the chlorophyll in them. Why the plant is green in color? Because they are having chlorophyll in them. So this is the way how plant is making their own food. The plant is having chlorophyll, and Plant is giving what? Oxygen. And what he is taking? He is taking carbon dioxide from the air, and with the help of chlorophyll they prepare their own food. Now we have studied how plant is making their own food. But can you say animal prepare their own food? No. The intake of food and the resultant growth is an important characteristic of living things. Obviously, without food, the living things cannot survive. They need food. Now, these animals do not have chlorophyll, obviously, because they are not green in color. They do not have chlorophyll. They do not produce their own food. What they do? They search for a food. Animals such as goats, sheep, horses eat grass, while wild animals such as tigers and lion, even giraffe, they meet their need for food by hunting. How they get their food? By hunting other animals which live on plants. So you understood, plants do not prepare their food, they search for a food. Some are eating grass, but some are hunting the other animals. So this is the way how plant is having their food. Can you see in the picture? Wild animals are there. They hunt other animals for food, are called predator. The one who hunt other animals for their food are called what? Predator. For example, tiger, lion, wolves, leopards. Now sometime due to deforestation, means if forest is been cut, such animals enter human settlements in search of food and may kill domestic animals or people also. So you can see it is very dangerous for the people or domestic animals because of wild animals. Now we have studied about how they prepare their food. Now we are going to discuss how the person or a living things respire, how they breathe. Now you can observe, hold your hand in the front of your nose or keep your hand on the chest. What do you feel? If you put hand on your nose, can you breathe? No, you cannot breathe. And if you put hands on the chest, how you will feel the chest is being pumping. So this you can observe, this you can feel at home only. Now we are going to study a respiration process, how the respiration process is being taking place in human beings. Now living things need oxygen in order to live. Obviously we people need oxygen to live. Now how they will breathe? They will inhale the oxygen from outside, and what they will do? They will exhale the carbon dioxide, means they are giving out the carbon dioxide formed in the body due to the use of oxygen is called respiration. Again I am repeating, what the how we are going to respire? We will take oxygen from outside, and this oxygen enters into our body, and whatever the carbon dioxide is being produced with the help of oxygen is being going out, is called as what? Respiration. Now how animals breathe? Animals such as fish, snake, mouse, etc. have specific organs for respiration. These animals have different organs to respire. Suppose for example fish is having what? Gills. With the help of gills they have respiration process. Now we have studied about animals how respire. Now how the plant will respire? Obviously they need respiration process because they are a living things. Now plant respire by means of microscopic pores on their stems and leaves. Now this plant we cannot see by our naked eye, but the plant is having a small pores in it. Can you see? Can you zoom? I'm zooming it. The white pores you can see. Yeah, so this is microscopic pores. What they will do? They are respiring on their, they respire, they are taking carbon dioxide and giving what? Oxygen. Now this plant is having little different from animals, from human beings. I told you human beings what they do? Human beings taking out oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide, but it is opposite in the case of plant. What they do? They give out oxygen and taking what? Carbon dioxide. So these are the different process of respiration in living things. Now can you recall if all the food we eat used by body, what is the unused part of the body converted into? Whatever food we are eating is being used by the body, but the unwanted food, part of the food, what it happens into our body? Have you imagined what does it happens? So the waste substances, the unwanted part of the food, are formed during the many process that takes place in the bodies of animal. So these are called what? Excreta. Means the unwanted food which is there is being converted into small is being converted into a process that is called as a excreta, and the process of eliminating that from the body is called what? Excretion. Animals have specific organs for excretion. So understood, the unwanted material, what does it happen? It has been eliminated with the help of excretion process. Now what happens in the plant is also excreting. Have you seen the tree of bubble tree, with the sticky substance seen on the stems of the bubble or drumstick trees are the excretion. You can also see in plants also. Try this, you can try at home also. Take a transparent plastic bag, okay, now tie it over a leaf of a plant as shown in the picture. You can see in the picture how the girl is doing. Okay, she is tying this plastic bag in the plant. Now observe it after 6 to 7 hours. What do you see? Yes, droplets of water collect on the inside of the bag. You can see small droplets of water will be there. This means that plant also excretes water in the form of vapor. So plants, animals, trees, every living things excrete with the help of water vapor or with the help of small hard substance. Now observe this, student. Have you experienced this? What happened immediately after the following actions? If the light is flashed suddenly into your eyes, how you will feel? You just try this. Also, some plants shed leaves in a specific season. Okay, so waste substances stored in the leaves of plants are shed along with the leaves. Some plants are storing these waste substances in the leaves of plant with the help of shed. So you can also see how the plant is storing these waste substances in it. Now what we are discussing, we have discussed how the light, if light is flashed into ours, what you will feel? Yes, you will see little response, some response will be there. And if a pin prick is felt in your hand, how you are going to do? You are going to respond. Either you will cry, either you will shout. So if some action is there, we are going to respond, right? You can take an example of a plant, mimosa plant. You have been seen in Hindi we say chui mui. So what happen if we touch this plant? There is a little response. What will happen? It will close their leaves. So these are some responses. If we do some action, they give a response. So what do you mean by this? Also you can see if the lamp or sunset on the street is been flashed and insects are there, what they will do? They will gather around the lamps. Why does it happen? They are giving some response. Why it is happening? We are going to study further. Can you see? If living things act in various ways when responding to a stimulus. If you suddenly enter a cow shed, if you are entering where the cows are living, the cows and buffaloes, what they will do? They will stand up and begin to move here and there, and also they start moving, they start shouting, and these are all what? Movements only, na? So in whatever action response is coming is called as what? Responsiveness to stimuli and movement. So this, with the help of this example, I told you what is responsiveness to stimuli. Means what? If we do some action, Okay, so some response is there, so that is called as what? Responsiveness to stimuli. Now use your brain power. In each of the example given above, what is the stimulus and what is the response? Have you seen what was the response? Response which was given by the other living thing. And what was the stimulus? What we are doing, what action we are doing. So what is the main difference between the movement of plants and animals? So use your own brain. Now responsiveness to stimuli and movement. A creeper plant in the courtyard leans towards the support. Creeper plant, have you seen the creeper plant? You can take the example of pumpkin. So it is the plant is having what? Creeper plant is there. It takes a support to grow. A potted plant, you can say a money plant placed in a window, grows towards the sunlight, right? So it means that plants too show movement, right? So living things move of their own accord, means they are growing up, they are moving with according to their own accord. Now responsiveness to stimuli and movement. The movement of or the change taking place in a living thing at such a time is there a response to a stimulus. An event that occurs in our surrounding is a stimulus. So what is stimulus? Whatever event is occur when we are doing some action, that is called as stimulus. The ability of living things to respond to a stimulus is called what? Responsiveness to stimuli. So the concept is clear. You can take the definition from here. What is responsiveness to stimuli? Now we are going to study how living things produce their other living things like themselves. Some animals give birth to their young ones, right? You can see in the picture, horse is giving birth to the young ones. As whatever he looks as like himself only, he is producing other living things. Some lay eggs, their young ones hatch out of the eggs. Bird what do? Bird is giving egg, and the egg is hatch and giving out the young ones. New plants are produced from seeds, stems or leaves of plant. How the plant is produced? Either from the seeds, stems or leaves of the plant. Now, the process by which a living thing generates a new living thing like itself only is called what? Reproduction or procreation. So, the process of what? A living thing is giving a birth to a new living thing like himself only is called what? Reproduction, or you can say procreation. Now, I want you to use your own brain power. Why have so many types of plants and animals been able to survive on the earth even today? Have you think why they are living on the land even today also? Now every living things have a definite lifespan. Obviously, can you see in the first picture there is a small baby. The baby has grown into a student, then a adult one, then he does what? He started studying, then doing job, and at a certain age he becomes a old, and at the last the person is die. So at a certain stage of life, living things become capable of reproduction, right? After getting married, he is giving birth to a young one, and later on in life their organs become weak, and still later on their life comes to an end. In the other words, living things die. So every living things have a certain lifespan. Now the lifespan of different animals and plants are different. For example, you can take the lifespan of dog is about 12 to 18 years. Always remember what is the lifespan of dog is 12 to 18 years. And while the ostrich lives for 50 years, you can imagine the plant, this ostrich lives for 50 years. Now observe a honeycomb and a wall. What they are made of? Have you seen a wall? They are attached with the help of cement. Now in a honeycomb, you may have seen the small compartments of a honeycomb. You must have seen the honeycomb. These compartments are joined together to form a honeycomb. A wall has brick to construct a wall, we firmly join them together. So wall is joined together and this honeycomb are also joined together to form a honeycomb. So why we are discussing the honeycomb and wall? Now living things are made up of small units called cell. So our living things, first suppose I take an example of a digestive system. Okay, digestive system is consist of what? First we are swelling the food from mouth, then it enters into the stomach, and at the last what happens, it comes out in the form of excretion. So these small organs like liver, stomach, they are also made up of small units called cell. So all the action and processes in the body of living things are brought about with the help of this microscopic cells. So our body consists of small cells which we cannot have been seen by a naked eye. It's very small units, and it is attached like how the bricks are attached to make a wall. So like this only our organs is being attached with a small cells and becomes a organ. So this way you can understand what is cell. Some living things are made up of single cell only. So these are called unicellular cell, which have only a single cell is called unicellular. Amoeba and other microorganisms are unicellular. Here you can see paramecium also. So these two cells are unicellular. They are having only a single cell in its body. On the other hand, the living things that are made up of many cells are called what? Multicellular, means they are having many cells in its body. For example, man, cow, mouse, cockroach, elephants, banyan tree, the onion plant, etc. are all multicellular organisms. So you can see what are the multicellular organisms. Now also the cell is of two type, either eukaryotic or either prokaryotic. Eukaryotic means what? They are new type of a cell, and prokaryotic they are old type of a cell. So all the characteristics of living things are seen in every cell of a living thing, whether it is unicellular or multicellular. So understood? Means either the cell will be of eukaryote or prokaryotic, either it is unicellular or multicellular. So you can see what are the characteristics of living things. Now can you tell students in what way are plants and animals useful to us? You can tell what are the plant is useful for us. Plants are used for household as well as industrial purpose also. For example, fenugreek, in Hindi we say methi, potato, okra, apple, banana are used as a food, while vashaka, hirada, behada, asparagus are used as medicine. So they are useful for industrial purpose, household purpose, and also for medicine also. Now what are the animals are beneficial for us? Dogs, cats, cows, buffaloes are kept for domestic uses. Dogs are useful for us. Then buffaloes, what it is beneficial to us? It gives milks to us. Fish, sheep, fowl are used as food, while animals like horses, oxen, camel prove useful in various occupation. Yes, it has been used for occupation. So the earthworm is very useful in agriculture. In agriculture, earthworm is being used. So you can see the plant and animals are very useful to us. Now also there is a harmful living things also. Some are beneficial but some are harmful also. Some plants and animals around us are harmful to man. For example, you can take mosquitoes and flies. It spread disease like what? Malaria, dengue. So some mosquitoes are dangerous to us. Cockroaches, mice, rats destroy our food. Lice, ticks also spread diseases. The bites of some poisonous lizards, spiders, snakes and scorpions can even cause death also. So if wild animals enter human settlement, they cause a lot of destruction. So many of the animals are harmful to us also. Now we have studied how the animals are harmful to us, but also we are going to study how the plants are harmful to us. For example, dodder, parthenium and other weeds are harmful to us. Pods of the nettle, colocasia leaves cause itching. What this plant do? It causes itching. Now plants like oleander, lantana have strong odors. This smells very bad. The dhatur plant is poisonous. You must have seen the dhatur plant. In the picture you can see the dhatur plant. Uncontrolled growth of fungi and algae in water pollutes drinking water and may cause the spread of disease. Fungi and algae you have seen in water. The green color of water you seen. So these are what? Algae and fungi only. So if it increases a lot, it will pollute the water and it also cause a different disease. So this way plants are also harmful to us. Now we are going to remember many plants and animals in nature satisfy our needs. The use of such plants and animals should be restricted only to our needs. We should not pluck leaves, flowers and fruit unnecessarily. Do not do this. Animals should not be hunted. They should be teased just for fun. It is the responsibility and duty of all of us to protect animals and plants. So you always remember, if the plants is harmful, so it is also beneficial to us. So do not do like this. Now what we have learned: growth, respiration, excretion, reproduction, responsiveness to stimuli, movement of a definite lifespan and a cellular structure are the characteristic of living things. Also we have studied animals grow for a certain period of their life. Plants however grow as long as they live. Animals have specific organs for respiration, while plants respire through microscopic pores on their leaves and plants. This also we have studied how the animals respire, while plants respire through microscopic pores which are present on their leaves. Also we have studied the process of eliminating waste products from the body is called what? Excretion. Also we have studied all living things have the ability to reproduce. Yes, they reproduce their young ones. Then living things move because of their ability to respond to stimuli. We have studied responsiveness to stimuli. Plants show spontaneous movement, but they cannot leave their place and elsewhere as animals do. Living things have a definite lifespan at the end of which they die. This also we have studied. Many animals and plants are useful to us in our daily life. Some animals and plants are also harmful to us. The smallest unit of a living cell is the cell. This is very important point. The smallest unit of a living thing is a cell. So you can study for your exam also. This can come in the fill in the blanks. Now you can solve the following examples given here. So you can do and practice at your home. Thank you.